First on 5, breaking news. The Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo in Gulf Shores has announced the death of Rajah, the zoo's 18-year-old Bengal tiger. Rajah came to the zoo as a cub back at the zoo's original location. Joining us here today to talk about this is Joel Hamilton, the executive director of the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo. Mr. Hamilton, thanks so much for being with us. How is the zoo staff holding up after having to put this tiger down?
Well, loss of any animal from our collection is kind of tough on the staff, and different animals mean different things to different people. But certainly an icon like Rajah, who's been with many of these staff members for almost 19 years, it has a big impact on the staff.
I can imagine. So tell us what was happening. I understand that his health had been failing.
Yes, and he was an older cat. He was 18 years old, actually almost 19 years old, and that's equivalent to a human that's in their, mid 90s even. And, he had his share of medical conditions, and his situation turned for the worst the end of last week. And because of a declining quality of life, we decided to put him down.
And we were looking at some pictures of him right now, and he's actually playing with his sister in these pictures. How is she holding up? I understand they came to the zoo together almost 19 years ago.
They did come together, and they've been together this whole time. She seems to be holding up quite well, actually. But like you said, she's also an 18-year-old cat. She's almost blind at this point, but gets around that exhibit quite well. You wouldn't know it just coming to the zoo. But she's, has looked for him, done a little bit of calling, but is settling in fairly well.
Okay. Well, tell us, Mr. Hamilton, when you talk about a Bengal tiger, I mean, these majestic, most beautiful creatures. He definitely was the highlight of the zoo. What did visitors learn from him? I know that you had an opportunity to teach so many people about this endangered species and how important it is to protect them.
Well, certainly educating our guests about the environment and the situation a lot of these animals are in is one of our primary objectives. And tigers all throughout the world are in really rough shape in the wild. And it's our job to let people know about that and inspire them, hopefully, to do something for tigers.
Absolutely. Is there a possibility that in the future, the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo may be able to bring in another Bengal tiger?
Yes, we will be looking for other animals to replace Rajah and ultimately Rane, when she ultimately goes. So we are currently in the process of identifying other potential tigers at this moment.
All right. Joel Hamilton with the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.